Coming to you live on a Friday. Some people call it Halloween. I call it October 31st. What's good? How we doing in the world? We're all the wide awake conscious beings. Come on in. Just going to hit a few topics really quick. Just some observations for those of you who've been waiting for the 3-Eye Atlas to come pick you up. Did any of y'all quit your jobs to tell them that they were coming to pick up the star seats? What's up, Tuesday? What's going on? 0010110. Yeah, so we are breaking the simulation, that's for sure. Breaking the simulation. Prayers for Jamaica. Let me say that first, because I have been pretty unplugged from what's been happening the last couple of days. I'm not going to lie to you. I have not really tapped in too much. Prayers to Jamaica. You know, I'm not going to go off on a wild tangent and tell you that we know that the government manipulates weather. You know, what was the bigger purpose here to create a hurricane right now at this time going into November? But we all have our thoughts. We all have our opinions. Let me shout a couple people out really quick. Shout out my brother Jan, Mrs. Lee. Oh, Yvonne's on here. We got a bunch of people on here. Again, Tuesday, Rebecca. Happy Friday. Again, we don't really celebrate Halloween. I feel like every day we put on a costume. T. Ozzy, shout out. Salty B in Idaho, California. So again, it's just very, very clear and very evident what's going on right there. And then you got the 3-Eye Atlas. And I've said this before. The reason I talked about this before is because if you know anything that happens with CERN and the Hadron Collider, they tell you what they're going to do after they've already done it. So they're telling you something from months ago that's already happened. Now, with 3-Eye Atlas, they're telling you on Gaia channel, which I don't watch Gaia channel. They helped me in the beginning of my awakening 4 years ago. I called it the spiritual Netflix, but I graduated from that timeline. To me, it's very watered down, and they're not really. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Guy comes on there from CERN, says that there's all these reptilians on a ship. They're coming to pick up the star seeds. Stop it. Stop it. I hope none of y'all believe that for 1 second. That's why I was saying that the other day, is that they tell you what they're going to do, typically after they've already done it, and they want to see the reaction anyway. They want to gauge some type of temperature. But these people are manipulating things. And for the most part, you can talk about the influencers that are releasing dates and saying, oh, I don't know if you remember, like if you've been on social media since 2021, they've been giving you dates like, oh, in the next 3 months, this is going to happen. Oh, next year. Oh, look out for 2023. No. Look out for 2025. The mothership is coming. No. Now it's 2027. No, for sure 2020. Come on, man. Enough is enough. Like, if you're still falling for the banana in the tailpipe, maybe we want to. But everything, you're going to start to reach the conclusion that every single thing is a psychological operation. It's like designed to get the audience going, to give them some sort of a hope. It gets people creating content. They're generating algorithms just by 3-Eye Atlas is showing the split in the community. Like I said, you're going to start to see that maybe, just maybe, some people in the spiritual community could be working for the government, knowingly or unknowingly. I see it clear as day now. It's like, you're gonna do this again. So, all that being said, everything that happens in the world, from wars to chemtrail, everything tells a story. But the story they're telling is where people are at in your reality. How many of y'all have had to unfollow people? How many of y'all have had to unfollow people on social media because it's just enough is enough? You see now where their mindset is really at, and maybe they're just, I'm not going to go super deep into that, but your quality of life is going to be so much better when you start to filter out people that are doomsday people that are telling you everything's going to be bad, or the people that are consistently selling you hopium or selling you whatever. it's just at some point you reach a point of graduation where this whole journey leads back to you. Every rabbit hole, every psyop, every single thing leads back to the Christ that's within you. That's where this all leads. You get it? So in a weird way, everybody's doing their job and it's all systems go, but it gets very tiring and boring, and you get let down when you start to actually believe that, oh yeah, it is coming. Come on, man. Do you think that this is Game of Thrones? I told y'all, this is Game of Thrones. You're never going to get what you want when you want it. You really just trust and depend on you or your reality. What's happening in your reality? How can you decode that versus what's happening on a global scale? Because none of it is real. It's just not. They're polarizing or aligning with us with neutrality and integration. Just the way it's going to happen, it's already really split, is some people are going to make a choice. You're going to have a choice. Some people are going to want to get a chip inside of them and pay for everything and be a part of some system globally where they can go anywhere and it's a one world currency. I'm not even saying that whatever you choose, by the way, the worst thing that can happen is you come back and reincarnate. And then some people are going to reject the system. It's almost like Revelations is coming true, but it feels a little forced. So everybody has a decision to make. I just know that I have rejected whatever programming or whatever they're trying to push, because anything that keeps you from your higher self or your highest self is not for you or not for me. You know, I can only go and adjust even when people are consistently releasing Schumann resonances. Has anybody ever thought that maybe that could be a psyop too? That, oh, the energy's off. Oh, yeah, I noticed my energy. My dreams have been a little bit crazy, and it's all for me. It comes back to the same thing. You're being fed a narrative that the real information is like, it's like a needle in a haystack out there, because it is here. There is information to be able to discern out of everything. But these reports coming out, it just feels like the same storyline over and over again that leads us away from the Christ within. So that's really the message today. You know, tomorrow's 11/1. It's 111. You know, it's a great day to tap in, a great day for alignment. We have jump timelines. Well, I talked about that the other day. But keep tapping back in or doing things to stimulate your mind, and try to unplug from this thing whenever you can. That's the best thing and advice I can give anybody. Stay away from the cell phone when you can. There's nothing new coming out, guys. It's all a psyop. Every single thing is a psyop, whether they know it or not. So there it is. Anyways, have a beautiful Friday. We'll talk to y'all soon. Be back.